and good morning to your viewers. My brother, I think that is what we are failing to see. We are failing to see the actual thing that is happening to our institution. We are trying to just pin it on some legal theories. The actual thing happening to the judiciary is the political game being played by the NDC. I must say they have played it well. And I issued a statement because of what we all know in this country, that what kick-started this process is not an euphoric petition. What kick-started this process was the president's desire to remove the Chief Justice. And he has said this, and I think it's well known. I think everybody is aware.
Remove the Chief Justice?
Of course. So from his meeting with the NDC lawyers, which was well broadcast the whole country.
But did he say he removed the Chief Justice?
I'm coming. He has said that he was going to reset the judiciary. And so do you think that he will say, I'm going to remove the Chief Justice when he knows very well that he was in a very serious position? At the time, he was the presidential candidate for the NDC. So he said that we were going to reset the judiciary. Now, when he finished, all the conversation that followed, they were just re-echoing his view.
The Bible said you reset the judiciary.
And I'm coming.
It could mean by policy. It could mean a lot of things, not necessarily removing.
So at least now we are seeing clearly what he meant, and it was re-echoed by no other person than his chairman. Chairman Sedun Ketia said it clearly. I mean, you have the videos there.
That they will remove
the chief justice, yes, must go. In fact, even earlier this year, he mentioned that, and he followed that with the statement that the Electoral Commission chair must also go. I mean, this video is out there for everybody to see. He has said that the Chief Justice must go, the chair of the Electoral Commission must go. In fact, at the time they were making these statements, the petitions that, as we know, hadn't been filed. So what formed the basis for those claims?
No, but
they had always known.
Ketia or anybody have the power to remove the CJ?
Oh, come on.
I mean, they could say things, but the process will have to be gone through. The process is provided for in the Constitution 146. So in fact, it's not the first time that a petition, for example, was submitted or filed against Tokoni. Professor Azar, unless of course you want to say Professor Azar is pro-NDC, but I don't think so.
Yeah,
he submitted a petition. Only that it was dismissed by Akufo-Addo.
Yes, I'm not going to look at all those ones.
But the point I'm making is it wasn't the first time a petition was submitted against Tokoni.
Okay, good point. The point is that Sedun Ketia is no mean a person. In fact, he attends cabinet meetings, even though that is not what the Constitution says. He's always in their cabinet meetings. Oh yeah, of course. Unless my sister here will deny that.
So Beatrice is not a cabinet minister.
No, but she knows those who attend cabinet meetings. So we are saying that when you look at what happened, okay, it was just a political attempt by the NDC, and they played it well. From the spokesperson to the NDC, Mr. Fagman, they had always been, these guys have always been on the radio advocating for the removal of the Chief Justice. In fact, even before they won power. And at the time they were saying these things, they had no basis, okay? They had always insisted that the Chief Justice must be removed. And what was their reason? Their reason was that because Charlotte Osei had been removed, when they come, they were going to make sure that they remove the Electoral Commission chair. And the only way they can do that, in their view, is remove the Chief Justice, install a Chief Justice of their choice, who would then make a prima facie determination against the Electoral Commission chair, and then the Electoral Commission chair will be removed. We are in this country. I mean, this thing is just playing right in front of us. You will know that sooner than later, a petition for the removal of the chair of the Electoral Commission will also come up. And they would, well, for us, it's just a petition that came, and the Chief Justice made the prima facie determination, and then we went through the process, and the person has been removed. Let us not bury our heads in the sand like ostrich and pretend that what is going on here is some constitutional procedure, because it is not. What is happening is pure politics. And I've made this point before, even on this show. If you look at the constitution of the Council of State, if you look at even the persons appointed by the president, they will come and tell us that, oh, the president is mandated by law to appoint, how many Supreme Court judges? 2 Supreme Court judges, and then 3 other persons. Look, who doesn't know Domlevo? Who doesn't know what it stands for? Is it not part of the oral team, those who were going around saying that they were going to arrest NPP people? So clearly, these are people
I didn't hear Domlevo say they were going to arrest.
But Domlevo, Martin Pebu, and Okujeto Ablakwa, they work together. If we work with Okujeto Ablakwa and Martin Pebu, who are you?
No, who are you asking? You're a Ghanaian. I mean, he's a former Auditor General. I mean,
so I mean, clearly, the president could have found, in my view, maybe. I don't even know whether there are neutrals in this country anymore. A proper neutral person to sit on, because all these are political, persons who walk around as if
could not think independently.
Who walk around as if they are neutrals.
Think independently.
Who walk around as if they are
analyze
neutrals.
issues for what
they because they are not. They are not neutrals. They all have their.
They could not think objectively about issues.
They all have their political inclinations, and they work for the president who appointed them. And so look at the constitution of
the committee.
The committee. Look at the constitution of the.
And the committee had Justice Poorman, had Justice Adibu Asidu, who was appointed by former President
Justice Poorman,
former President Akufo-Addo. In fact, Akufo-Addo promoted under Akufo-Addo's regime. He was promoted from the High Court to the Court of Appeal, then to the Supreme Court.
So Justice Poorman
was one of the judges that CJ Tokonu empaneled to hear the matter that came before the Supreme Court those initial times.
Yes. So Justice Poorman himself, the CJ has had cause to complain about, his involvement. The former CJ had cause to complain about his involvement in the case. For me, the point I'm making is that if you look at what is happening or what has happened to the
it was orchestrated and it played out as planned.
Exactly. And they clothed it with this constitutional provision. And you know my views on this. It's come here before and we've discussed it. For me, it is nothing more than the policies of NDC being played. From the General Secretary all the way to their members, they had always insisted that the Chief Justice must go at all costs and then install a new one who will now make
a provision.
Yes, they found a provision in the
Constitution. But you can't say in terms of the
it.
Provision that anything was breached. You cannot say that, can you?
It shouldn't have even started in the first place. If the president wanted to do right by Ghanaians, this thing would have been dismissed from day one. All they wanted to do is to remove the Chief Justice, and they've succeeded. Their point is that they want to install their Chief Justice, who will now make a prima facie determination. Then they will remove the chair of the Electoral Commission.
Well.
And I think that the idea that the president wants to control all the levels of government is very dangerous, and Ghanaians should be worried. We need the purpose of our constitution.
You allege that as well.
Yes,
but is there any evidence to back that he wants to control all levels of government? I mean, of course, the parliament.
But that's what it is.
I mean, that was the decision of the people of Ghana, so they gave him an overwhelming majority. He is for the executive,
and then he wants this as well.
Well, we don't do that.
It's never happened that within first 4 months of an administration, 7 members of the Supreme Court are nominated. It's never happened. And what you accuse the Chief Justice for, you said that she had at one point recommended for increase of the numbers at the Supreme Court. Complain that she should never have done that.
But that complaint was procedural.
You come to power, the first thing you do.
No, but the president was not procedurally wrong.
My brother. So the woman was talking about the numbers, right? They berated her for that. They berated her because she had gone ahead to suggest names to the president. Yes,
which shouldn't be.
And that is a stated misbehavior that should warrant a removal of a Chief Justice. If this is not politics, what else is politics? How do you tell me that? Let me make my last point. How do you tell me that the head of an administration who has administrative powers cannot transfer somebody in the administration, and that should warrant a removal? If this is not politics, what else is?
But yes, you can transfer, but the transfer must be fair.
How? How?
The transfer must be fair, and it should not be arbitrary. So they quoted 296.
Yes, and you are telling me that a Chief Justice who is the head of the administrative head of the judiciary cannot transfer somebody, and if the transfers,
it's not about the transfer. It's about the nature of the transfer.
But look at the head of the judiciary is the head of the third arm of government, 3 arms of government. So her position is such is a superior position
that puts it above the law.
No, but what should warrant a removal should not be something as trivial as this. Then you transfer somebody from one, and the person is not even dismissed within the administration, transfer from position A to position B. You are saying that discretion was not exercised properly, and so it should warrant a removal. That is why I'm telling you that. If you look at the totality of the case, the reasons they assign for her removal, it shows nothing but politics.
Very well.